Welcome Down the Middle podcast. I'll just press record. We're straight into it. H Moore, me and you again, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Been one of them weeks, sort of for the both of us. I think you're a bit more stressful than me, but mate, we made the recording here on Thursday night.
I am stressed out. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a school teacher, and I should be very not stressed out. Recording this one day before school holidays. I'm about to have a couple of weeks off. I got a big day tomorrow, mate. Youth Week just started, and I put my hand up to organise a whole day event. I was saying to you before off air, a couple of people just pulled out on me this week, and the stress levels are getting a little bit bigger, but a couple of people come through with the goods. Shout out to, I know we're not AFL fans, but shout out to GWS Giants, Omar at GWS. He's come through with the goods for tomorrow. So anyway, we'll see. Mate. But we're recording tonight, mate. We're into it. The footy's just kicked off early on us. That's surprised all of us. We've got the Knights and the Roosters already playing. We thought we'd still be able to have a chat before they kick off. Are you got a score update there, mate?
8-4. 8-4, 19 minutes.
19 minutes in. Jesus. Usually Anyway, that stuffed my super coach. I've left Dom Young and James Tedesco in my team for this week. That's really going to hurt me. Did you get any trades in this week?
I did, mate. Well, I haven't done them yet, but I'll be doing two trades.
Yeah.
2 trades this week.
Well, I hope Ponga scores about 6 points because I was going to bring him in for Teddy. And damn Dom Young, I'm filthy with myself, but haven't had time to look at Supercoach this week, but that's okay.
Unfortunately, mate, he was already on 37 points. So
Ponga?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I slipped 6 positions or 7 positions last week too. I went from like 4th to 11th or something.
You did have a shocker.
700 and something points. I had one of the great Barry Crockers. Liam Henry on -1. Dom Young on -15. Teddy got 4. I captained bloody who am I last week? The bloody half the Cowboys, and he only scored like 30 points. Didn't. Oh, absolute shocker. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's stay away from footy for a little bit. Let's talk golf. One of the
best week of the year.
Best week of the year. I love this tournament. We're talking Masters. You turn the Masters coverage on, and you've got the video of them driving down the driveway, and that it's just that iconic sound. The soundtrack when Masters coverage starts just gets you in the mood. Anyway, Masters tees off. It'll pretty much be teeing off right as this gets dropped tonight. If I drop this episode straight away after recording, it'll be coming out as they tee off. Fair bit of talk this week of the Masters, H, in the lead up in the media.
100%, mate. Obviously, it's when sort of the kickstart of the majors start to roll in. When pretty much, I think for the next couple months, I think 3 of them. I think it's three in a short amount of span. So it's all the boys trying to get into form. And but I feel like this week there's been talk around people, but it's mostly 3 people that are getting sort of, I think, named the most with a bit of airtime, with obviously Jon Rahm, the defending champion, Scotty Scheffler, the world number 1, and Brooks Koepka. We've sort of all them boys played pretty well last year there. Obviously, Jon Rahm winning. I think Brooks was 3rd. And then
I think the biggest thing this year, again, the Live versus PGA rivalry or whatever lives, is still going on. For the Masters champion to be a Live golfer right now, it's really throwing a spanner in the works sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did you actually see the other day they had the kids tournament, drive, chip, and putt, and
No, it was-
they had Scotty Scheffler give out the trophy to the winner. And
oh, is that usually a winner thing like previous winner,
well,
is it?
I think so. But they had 2022 champion Scotty Scheffler give it out.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I wonder if that's just a little bit of a dig at,
Well,
anyway.
but well, they had the dinner a couple, I think 1 or 2 nights ago,
Yep.
and they put a video up, and you actually John Rahm rocked up in his Legion
Did he
13
really?
shirt. Yeah,
Oh, his
but like he
shirt.
didn't
Yeah, right.
like his shirt, but then obviously then he changed,
Yeah, okay.
but just like
Because
they
you got to
pull up
wear
in the car,
a button up and whatever. And
you
yeah,
got to wear a button up tie and your green
and your
jacket.
jacket.
Obviously, you put your
Yeah.
green jacket on, and but yeah, just like when they were rocking up to get changed, yeah, he had his. And I'm surprised they actually showed him rocking up in that. I know the Masters are a bit different. It's like obviously they're not affiliated to the PGA kind of thing, like different ways of it. But
I wonder if they'll be wearing their team shirts for the next 4
yeah,
days. Cammy will be wearing his Ripper stuff.
yeah, they have to.
Yeah, of course. Because
Yeah,
well, they'll have contracts with those sponsors and with Live and
live,
whatnot.
and that's in the contracts of you got to wear it all like whenever you play like a professional golf tournament.
I'm going to be very surprised about airtime. If you and actually I might even check sort of KO, but like with featured groups because Masters always has there's what's called A-Man Corner, so a bunch of holes that they just televise that. They always have featured groups televised. The Masters does a pretty good job at the televising of it because they've got all these nice little pockets. So it'd be very interesting to see how much airtime the live golfers get, I think.
Yeah, and obviously I think, and I've seen people complain about it already. It hasn't even happened that Tiger Woods is playing, and they're going. Some people said, "I don't know if I can be able to watch it this year because all it's going to be doing,
See that too.
it's going to be on him."
If all I see is Tiger shooting 1 under, mate, miss me with it. Oh, I don't need to see. I don't need to see him.
Just show everyone.
If he's shooting 6 under, if he's shooting 5, 6, 7 under, like absolutely. If he's striping it, sure. But if he's just plodding along, making pars and whatever,
they'll keep showing him, and they'll be like, "Oh, 3+." Yes, but it's his first round back. He'll come out tomorrow. It's like, mate,
no, I don't want to.
right.
I don't want to see that. I think he's. Sorry, I was just looking at it before. He's in one of the later groups. Yeah, he's in the last last lot.
Okay.
Did you see the media guy, the interviewer ask Brooks Koepka, "Oh mate, you're in pretty good form. What's your thoughts? Do you think 59 is attainable?" And did you see his return serve? He
I
goes,
think I did.
"Mate, have you played out there?" And the bloke goes, "Nah, not yet." He goes, "Yeah, I can tell by that question." And he's like, 59 is not a score that I'm going to shoot, not a score that anyone's going to shoot. And I was like,
59's hard enough on like an easy course. You know what I mean?
mate, like, oh, so I watched a quick little, just a random video that popped up on my socials. The talk about the way that they upkeep this course. They reckon the greens are absolutely ridiculous. They are so quick. And if you watched the par 3 contest, Bubba Watson's daughter, she must be 7 or something. She hit this putt. She just tapped it and it rolled from the back of the green and slammed into the cup at the front of the green. Great putt. She sunk it, but she literally tapped this thing and it was flying. If it misses the cup, it rolls about 30 meters off the front. There's this like undercover anonymous person has done this interview, and they reckon that in a lot of good golf courses, they actually have airing systems underneath some of the greens. and that's to change temperatures and to reduce humidity and to make optimum growing conditions. And if you want to bump the temperature up a little bit in the soil so that you can grow grass in shady patches and stuff like that. And that was news to me. I didn't know that existed, but they reckon at some of the good courses that does exist.
Yeah, and I did see a video today of it's meant to rain tomorrow. Meant to rain for 3 hours tomorrow, and they said I seen one. I forget who it was, and he goes, "Oh, they've got stuff under the course to like drain it better. So then, if it's not too bad and it only rains for the 3 hours, it should still be firm
Yeah.
for the weekend."
So they've got these sorts of systems underneath the footpaths. They've got these things underneath, like this. That's the sealed concrete footpaths. So that there is not a drip of water. After a period of time, once they turn this on, all the footpaths will be dry as, won't slip over. There was one hole where the tee box is tucked back into a corner, trees overhanging and all that sort of thing, and then it's quite elevated. They've put their system in like the rough on the walkway up and underneath the tee box to keep that tee box in pristine condition. Like the amount of money and time and effort that goes into that. This course is immaculate, and it is one of the legendary courses of all time for that reason. Like
it's crazy.
It's on the bucket list just to go. I didn't even want to play it because I think they were also asking people through the week, what would a 15 handicapper shoot at Augusta?
Yeah, they're all saying over 100.
Yeah, everyone said they'd be lucky to break 100. I'm like, no way would I want to play this course almost, because I don't want to shoot 150. Anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you think the tournament plays out, mate?
There's always one person that surprises everyone. That sort of is in the mix. But I feel like it's going to be a 3-horse race. I think this is going to be one of the more entertaining Masters, but boring Masters at the same time.
Boring.
I think it's going to be a 3-horse race. That's going to be entertaining, but then that's it. Then I think you might see a bit of a drop off from everyone else.
Okay.
And with my 3-horse race, it's pretty simple. I think it's the first 3 favourites. I think Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, and Brooks Koepka. World number 1, defending champ, and a major champion that's always lifts his game coming into these big tournaments.
I looked at Scotty Scheffler's recent record, just golfing. I think he's up to about 30 rounds now under par in a row.
I think it's the record now, I think.
Which is hitting record books. That's a lot of golf going well. His last
100%.
sort of same thing, 30 odd tournaments, I think from 2023 was the last stat I saw. Mate, he's had I think he had 2 or 3 finishes outside of the top 10. And in that he had a handful of wins too, but he's got tie seconds, tie fourths, tie thirds, tie sevenths, like just all these top 10 finishes. He's number 1 for a reason at the moment. He's so in form. He unfortunately for me is probably the guy that I think is the best chance of winning. I've got a couple other little smoky top 5s and top 10s, but I would not be surprised if Scotty Scheffler takes the cake and ends up with that green jacket on the weekend. And he would be giving it to John from 22 to 23, and then I reckon he's getting it back off John from 23 to 24.
Mm-hmm. Mate, I'm going to go for back-to-back champions. I'm going to back John Rahm in.
Just?
Yeah, just. To tell you the truth, the thing that would actually make this not a boring Masters would be a 3-man playoff at the front, right?
I wonder when the last playoff was at the Masters.
It would have been.
Would it have been Adam Scott?
No,
Bubba Watson? Bubba and
Because I was going to say Dustin
No,
Johnson's win in the COVID thing, but he smoked them.
there've been 11 sudden death playoffs in Masters. 2017, Sergio Garcia and Justin Rose. There you go.
Ah, there you go.
There's been 11.
And then Adam Scott would have been probably the next previous one in 2013
Yeah,
or 14, whenever
or,
he'd won it.
or 14 maybe. No, 13. I think
Yeah.
13. And then I think maybe Bubba Watson and someone. Did he win in the playoff too? Don't know. Anyway,
Tell you what, mate, live score update in the footy. Sydney Roosters winning 14-8 against the Newcastle Knights. Of course, they show up the week that no one picks them.
of course they freaking show up when I've got two of them Muppets in my freaking.
But even go better, mate. What do you think the winning score will be? What do you think
Well,
Scotty's going to finish that?
I'm looking, and I was right. Adam Scott playoff against Angel Cabrera and Bubba Watson the year before against Louis Oosthuizen. And you're right. Dustin Johnson was 20 under when he won in
Yeah, he smoked
2021.
it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
ridiculous. 2020.
That's when it was a different part of the time. It wasn't when they
Different
did
part of the year, wasn't it?
when they did the two close together.
Yep. That was when Cammy Smith come second. Looking at last year, the winning score was 12 under. Johnny Rahm shot 3 under and Brooks shot 3 over in the final round. The year before, Scotty Scheffler won with 10 under. The year before that, 2021, is probably about as far back as I'll go. Hideki Matsuyama won with 10 under.
Mm.
There's been some bigger scores before that. DJ in 2020 had 20 under. Tiger in 2019, 13 under. Patrick Reed in 2018 with 15 under. I'm tipping probably something around the 10 under. I think that's going to be a good score. Again, just listening to the way that they're talking about this course, it sounds as though it's almost in the best condition it's ever been in. And I reckon to string 4 rounds under par might be a bit of a challenge this week. So I'm thinking if you can shoot 3 under a day and get to 10 to 12, maybe even a shoot the lights out and shoot 5 over one day, but 1 over the next day sort of thing. I reckon if you can get to 10 under, you'd be going okay.
So you reckon 10 under will be there?
I'm thinking 10 or 11 is going to be the score to beat.
I'm going big. I'm going 16.
Oh,
I think 16, yeah. I just.
you reckon they're dialed in enough?
I think they're yeah.
Okay.
I think they're. Could be, obviously, I could be way off. I could be off by 6 shots if
Mate,
it finishes. But
I could be off by 15 shots. Never. Look, I'm with you. I reckon they will be dialed in. I reckon we'll see a number of birdies. I reckon we'll see some lip out pars. But I also reckon we might just see, Scotty Scheffler hitting some wedges in and just zipping them back off the front, chipping it up, missing the putt, making bogeys. I reckon we might see a bit of that too, which makes me feel better sometimes.
Got another one.
Yeah, go on.
Could be tricky. How many balls do you reckon are going in the water?
Do you have an official stat of what usually?
I don't have an official stat. I just came up with that one. I was like, you know what?
Is it the par 3? Is it like the 16th?
16th, yeah, the one that always on the Sunday they always no.
And that was Brooksy last year. No, Phil. Brooks or Phil? Zipped it back into the water. Chunked it in.
The one hole 12.
12, that's what it is. It's 12.
Speaking when he absolutely put 2 or 3 in the water when he was winning by 4 shots or something like that.
Yep. Balls in the water over the whole tournament out of everyone. Is that what we're looking at?
Yep.
Just balls in water. 26. Is that enough? Nah. Is that too low? 51. Is that better? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
I
It's
don't
hard
want
to
to go
say.
too high. That's a lot. 51 now seems maybe too big.
I'll see if you have. Fuck, well, 15 of them. Thing it, 15 a day, 15, 30. I'm gonna go 60. I reckon 60. It'd be a good stat to know. What's the most?
Sergio Garcia hit 5 balls into the water on one hole at the Masters once.
Well, Smithy put 3.
Okay, see, so I
That is a
just
juicy stat.
typed in Masters golf or Masters tournament balls in the water, and all I get is when they skip the ball across that par 3,
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
which
yes.
is the 16th that they usually skip across. That's
Yeah.
yeah. I will find a stat. What did you go? What did you end up on?
I did 60. I'm gonna go 15 a day.
60. Okay, and I've got 51, so I might be closer. Never know. All right, I've got a couple of bold predictions. I'm going big bold prediction. Seeing as Minwoo Lee has apparently broken his finger in the gym lifting weights and was battling the flu, I'm going Jasper Stubbs, the young Aussie amateur who tees off 11 p.m. tonight. I'm going he's going to be the lowest Aussie. Yeah,
Lowest Aussie.
yep, lowest Aussie.
He's an amateur.
You just never know. Nah, actually, let's just make him lowest amateur. Is he an amateur or is he a pro? No, he might be a pro. He doesn't have an A next to him. Don't know.
I thought he was.
Is he a pro? Must be
I
a
don't
pro.
know.
Bold prediction, lowest Aussie, Jasper Stubbs.
I'm gonna I'm gonna back Adam Scott. I got two bold. I got two bold
I got
predictions.
another one coming too.
Well, I'll do my first one and then I'll
Yes.
go straight to the second one. They're both including Aussies. I think Adam Scott to be the lowest Aussie.
Scotty
So,
needs
well,
a good round.
the best Aussie.
Yep.
And then Cam Smith to miss the cut.
It's definitely something Cammy might do. He was a bit sick last week. He pulled
But
out of live.
but he does kick into gear in Masters week, obviously. Like he's had 2 or 3 top finishes in the top 5 or whatever. But he's just, I hope I'm wrong, obviously. But
See, if Jasper Stubbs, which is a really, really bold prediction, it's a bit of a silly prediction. If he's not the lowest Aussie, I honestly do think maybe Jason Day might be. I think he's due to come back and make a comeback.
He was the one I was tossing up between him, Jason Day, and Adam Scott. But I just think Jason Day's got a bad round in him. I don't think Scotty has.
You'd be surprised.
Well, not around Augusta.
Yeah,
Put it
maybe.
that way.
Are they you two? Are they you two?
And then they're my 2 bold predictions, but then I'll go Xander Schauffele for a top 10.
Yeah, I think he's in form.
My favorite.
You like Xander, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go after the picture you sent me through the week. Tommy Fleetwood has got a local caddy this week. His long-time caddy is a bit crook this week. Has been unwell all year apparently, but then this week it's got the better of him and he's pulled out. So he's got a local guy. I think that might be beneficial for Tommy. I've got a soft spot for Tommy. Something about him, I like him, right? I reckon maybe just some of those contours of those greens, the speed of the green. If this local guy has been hanging around the course a little bit in the last couple of weeks, he might know some of the nuances. He might be able to, Tommy's he's not one of the massive hitters. He's, pardon me, not real short either. He's relatively accurate with his irons and stuff. I reckon this bloke might be able to get him rounding, and he's perfect. Tommy's teeing off marquee grouping last group with DJ and Morikawa. If those two start going, I know that certain golfers, if the other bloke's playing good, they play better. And if someone's playing bad, that makes them play bad too. So I reckon if DJ and Morikawa start going okay, Tommy might go really good. So I'm thinking he could get a top fiver.
Yeah, nice. Oh, and I don't mind. I'm gonna fucking butcher his name now. I'm just
Which one?
because I'm thinking about Neiman.
Oh yeah, Joaquin.
Joaquin. I was like, how do you say it?
Joaquin.
Yeah.
I think they call him
So
Wacko.
yeah, Wacko Neiman.
Yeah.
Wacko. I
He's
think
probably
obviously good form. He's probably a good little top 20 bet, I reckon.
yeah, nice.
So
There's been a bit of talk about the world rankings this week too, with the live guys coming in. Lots of people going, no, the world rankings are good. You know, that it's definitely reflective of the best golfers. And
absolutely.
someone like, Wacko Neiman, who's ranked number 63 or something in the world, and he's won about 5 times this year. Like, come on, mate.
Well, they said that, and then I've seen someone like put like live people. Bryson DeChambeau's 210 in the world.
Yeah.
He's not 210.
No
Dustin
way.
Johnson, or what, a 3-time
400?
Nah,
Yeah.
350 or something like that.
Yeah, but like, far out. Come on, please. You reckon DJ's? Yeah, there's a lot of blokes ahead of DJ who are nobodies.
well,
and DJ could outplay him any day of the week.
Yeah, it's like this, and this is another no knock on the bloke. Alberg or whatever like that.
Alberg, yep.
It's his first fucking Masters, and he ranked 6th in the world. If that's not a bullshit fucking world ranking stat, I'm going. It's your first Masters, but you're 6th in the world.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Where was he last year?
Exactly. Where was he the year before? Yeah.
Like,
So he's just skyrocketed into this top 10. Yep.
I think it's Wyndham Clark. I don't think he's. I could be wrong, but I seen someone who was something about Wyndham. I think it might be. It could be the first time he makes a cut. Oh yeah, but he's fucking top 10 in the world though.
Yep. Yeah, it's a convoluted system that doesn't quite make enough sense to me yet. But
and also one man that has flown under the radar massively, Rory McIlroy, mate. It's another year starting to complete the official Grand Slam. He didn't drive in Augusta until Tuesday night. He was the last person to sign the book, so he was 89.
Yeah, right.
Out of 89 to sign the book, to sign in. Sorry. They reckon he's not thinking about it too much. He's gone, you know what? Let's just not overthink it, not overhype it. And he's been playing. And he's actually been playing a bit of golf lately. They reckon he hasn't gone into it off like a 2 or 3 week layoff like they did last couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Look.
So yeah,
I think he's running out of years to be able to win it.
Yeah.
Look, there's been some old guys that have won it. Bernard Langer won it when he was in his 60s. Angel Cabrera won it when he was friggin' old. Phil won it when he was a little bit older. Like, sure, he could win it later, but I think the quality of golfer these days, he's running out of years. He's got to step up. He's got to win it probably this year or next year. Otherwise, he's running out of time.
Well, you think of 2 years ago, I know he didn't win the Masters, but Phil Mickelson winning the US Open at 51 or whatever it was, at Whistling Straits or whatever it was, one of the, and that's a tough course. And I think he won it with 5 under or something like that, I think. But I do agree. I think Masters is one of them because it's at the same course every year.
Yep. And for him, like he's won the 3 other majors. He needs this. Like you want it. He wants to put himself into that up on the shelf of 1 or 4. Because to be honest, he's probably been good enough that he should have, and he deserves that to have that accolade against his name.
Is Tiger a Grand Slam winner?
Yeah, mate. He's the only person to ever hold all 4 at once.
Yeah, I didn't know if he. I think
he's done it 3 times. He's won all 4 3 times.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
If he's
other person is maybe DJ, off the top of my head.
I'll look that up.
Can't remember.
I don't think DJ. I don't think DJ has.
Oh, I was
I don't think
literally.
Dustin. I don't think Dustin's won a open.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't won an open, so it wasn't him. I was reading the stat only yesterday, I think, while I was on the shitter. Anyway, while we're talking golf, and if you want to look up that last stat, we're not locking anything in, but we're starting to try and make some moves to maybe move into a bit more of an interview style podcast. So we're looking into see if we can get some people on to maybe talk some golf. We're probably going to try and get some people to talk golf, maybe talk a bit of footy, seeing as there are two main topics. So keep your eyes and ears out for that, battlers. We wouldn't mind doing a bit of an interview style podcast with some people out there. So we're just trying to work through a few things and line up some stuff. So anyway, eyes and ears, battlers.
Do have one, but
We're just locking a few things in.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you get a stat on the Grand Slam?
Actually, only one player has won all 4 major golf tournaments in a single season. So Tiger hasn't done that.
Who?
Bobby Jones, back in 1930.
In a single season, yeah, maybe in a single season, but held them all at the same time. So Tiger might have won them in 2 seasons. So maybe. Really?
Woods became the youngest to complete the Grand Slam or professional major championships and only 5th to ever do it. So following Ben Hogan, Gene Sarazen, Gary Player, and Jack Nicklaus. So there's only 5 of them.
So there's no modern ones. No modern ones have done it. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So it's only
Okay, cool. I like it.
And Tiger did it from the 2000 US Open to the 21 Masters. So he technically didn't.
Yeah, so 2 seasons, righto. Okay.
Yeah, he held them,
but not all in that one.
Not a single season, like a.
Yep, or like a calendar year or whatever. Yep, fair enough.
Yeah, calendar year would be the best one. But
sure,
we'll have the updates. Updates after every round. We'll do official leaderboard and Aussie leaderboard. I'll pop them up on the socials every morning as well.
Done. Coverage starts tonight. KO.
Yeah. We'll have a post
Channel 9 will do the last couple of rounds, maybe.
They do it, but they don't. I think they do it from about 2:30 or 3. They don't.
They usually do. Yeah, they usually get the last little bit. Anyway, it's cool.
Yeah.
H Moore, did you want to do your segment from last episode?
I reckon we'll do my segment and then we'll do
some footy.
We'll do a review of last round and then we'll do your segment again, mate.
Good.
And then preview this week's game.
What's doing that? Tell the battlers, reintroduce to the battlers. What do we got?
It's obviously, you see it all over Facebook, TikTok, mate. This is going to be the career path of past and present players. So tonight I've gone 1 retired and 1 current.
What did I get last week? 3 out of 4.
You got 3 out of 4, surprisingly.
On my head. Okay, good. All right.
You got the one that you got stumped on was Jeff Robson.
Who, after the episode I looked up, no idea who he was.
Mate, cult figure in Parramatta and Cronulla, mate.
Never seen him before.
I do actually expect you to probably go 2 from 2 tonight. I've only got 2.
Bit of pressure.
But so first player, he played for Manly from 1993 to 99. Okay.
So stayed at Manly during the Super League saga. Yep. 93 to 99. Okay. Yep.
Then he played for the Northern Eagles in 2000 to 2002. And then
who's the Northern Eagles?
That's what you figure out. And then he's gone back to play for Manly in 2003 to 2008. I'll give you a little thing. His last game for Manly was in the 08 Grand Final. that should that's when I thought you'd sort of get a good idea
From
of
93 to 99, and then
yeah.
2000, 2002.
Haven't finished yet though.
Oh, jeez.
And then he played for Bradford in the Super League from 2009 to 2010.
Yeah.
And then he played for the Catalan Dragons from 2011 to 2013 when he officially retired.
20-year stint. Is it like
The-
Steve Menzies or something?
Dude, done.
Is it?
Steve Menzies.
Who's the Northern
I guess-
Eagles?
Well, I think when Manly something
Is that-
happened, obviously, I don't. Because that's
Is that
why
when they
I
had
started-
to? Did they have to merger with North Sydney Bears?
So, and this is what I found out. So Cherry Evans broke the official record last week of the most capped Manly player,
Yeah.
surpassing the great Cliffy Lyons. And I've gone, that's not right. Steve Menzies played fucking so many games.
Yeah.
So Manly don't count his 68 games at the Northern Eagles under official.
Okay. Because
So
it's not
he's only-
Manly.
Well, it was, but not technically. They went away from the club. So he's only played 270 for Manly, but
Oh,
68.
but 68. So he's played 330.
So he's fourth on the list.
So, but is that what the Northern Eagles was? They had to merger with the North Sydney Bears because of something was going on
I think, yeah. I don't know what that
before
was.
our
but,
time. We were too little then. We didn't.
We're too
But
little,
okay,
yeah.
yes. All right.
Okay.
Good
So
on
this
me.
is a present player. And I think you'd probably get it
We'll see.
probably into the second last club, I think.
Okay.
He played for the Roosters from 2014 to 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Played for Manly 2017 to 2018.
Okay.
And then he went over to England. So he did a half a transfer in 2018. He played for Salford for the rest of the 2018 and 2019 season.
Yeah.
Then he played for Wigan from 2021 to 2020 to 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to the West Tigers in 2022. I think that's the one that probably should have gave away to you.
I think I've got it.
Then
And now he's at the Knights.
he's currently at the Knights.
Jacko Hastings.
Jacko Hastings, yes, correct.
Yes.
I think I wasn't going to say the last one. I was like, oh,
Good on me.
unless you really didn't have.
When you said he went overseas, I was like, oh yeah, I think I got it. But then I was thinking, gee, started in when? 2014
Yeah, he was
for the
young,
Chooks.
17. Yeah,
Yeah,
young
wow.
17-year-old.
So he's been playing for 10 years. Yeah, right. See,
Mm.
those are the ones, like when you actually go back and you start thinking about when they started, I'm like, what the hell? That's 10 years ago. But again, for someone like Jackson Hastings, he spent how many years? Probably 5 years overseas, 4 years overseas, 3 years overseas.
Three,
Right?
3.5.
So we missed a fair bit, and he didn't play a heap at Manly, and yeah. Anyway, okay, good.
Obviously,
Yes, 2 from 2.
Won the
Man of
Man of
Steel.
Steel for Wigan, I think, and then I think he came back.
I think
to
for
the
Wigan.
Tigers.
Yeah,
I think
I think that's what got him a go at coming back to the NRL
Yeah.
after winning the Man of Steel. I think that's where he sort of went, okay, now I'll test going back to the NRL, see if they'll give me a shot.
and that
That's
didn't work out.
And still not sure if it's working out. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I think he went at the Tigers at a bad time. That's when they were like, fuck.
Imagine if he was there now.
I
Like
think
if he
he'd go
come
good.
back now, I reckon he'd probably go better. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
So
You want to look at last week?
yeah, mate. Let's run through last week.
16-14 at half time. Sorry.
There you go. Mate, kicking off last Thursday night game, Melbourne Storm. Oh, sorry. Winning 34-32 against the Brisbane Broncos. Last 10 minutes was crazy.
Oh yeah.
It was nuts. We had 20 points in the last.
There was a
10
lot
minutes.
going on.
Absolutely. And then Brisbane, I think they still nearly stole it at the death there, getting these return. But yeah, it was a bit of a mixed game. Didn't watch too much of it really, obviously, as we were recording. But Cody, Cameron Munster made his return.
Mate, he makes a difference.
Yeah, and obviously Alan Reynolds was back, but then he injured himself in that game.
Quad, hammy?
Yeah, hammy, but they reckon it's only 2 weeks.
Should be right,
saying.
yeah.
Not quite sure.
I think we both tipped the Storm.
Yeah, I did the Storm by 4. I think we both did 4, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, 4 or 6
I think we both said 4 or 6. So.
Didn't think there'd be 70-odd points in the game, though.
66. There's not 70-odd, but that's all right.
Round it up. Anyway.
Well, I didn't expect this many points in the next game, mate, because
before you go on to that game, though, who'd you tip as your 3 points in the down the M's? I didn't do a score update this week, Battlers. Shoot me, whatever. I've been busy. Leave me alone. Who'd you give your 3 points to? Don't care about the other 2.
Jerome Hughes.
Same, yeah. Because when we were recording and watching, and then when I looked at the stats,
2 tries, 2 tries and 1 try assist or something.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. Anyway, all right, move on.
Then mate, the chaotic, absolute. What is it? Bulldogs running out to a 26-0 lead, winning 30-26 against the Sydney Roosters.
This was like almost one of the worst games of football that I've watched. It was pissing down rain.
Yeah.
And then like doggies score in the first minute.
Yeah.
And then it was just injuries and terrible tackles and send-offs and like it was so stop, start. There was no roll on. Doggies go out to that huge lead, and then the Chooks come out in the second half and start steamrolling. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was just a weird game of footy.
Absolutely. I will want to say I did like the Bulldogs jerseys. They had the 20-year anniversary from their winning 2004. They had all the players there, so obviously I think that's what pumped them up at the start. Sorry. And then thankfully very cool. Okay. I think you're probably the only person that hated
the bit that does the. Yeah, go.
Okay. I liked it. It's not as good as the 04.
And why?
It's too modern. They went too modern, I feel, with it.
It's too tight. I know we play footy now where it's skin tight jerseys. You have to get another bloke to put it on. Yeah. I get it. But the thing that made the 04 jersey cool was the big collar, that the sleeves went down to here. It was big and baggy. Like they tucked it into the shorts and it was overhanging. That's what made it cool. I was just like, Stephen Crichton was on the promotional stuff, and he's got like size extra small on. It's so skin tight. And then like the collar's stretched out here. Yeah. Big, and I just went, I don't like it.
I like the 04. I liked it, but not.
If me or you buy that jersey, we buy a size that fits us properly, and it looks good. I'm not buying an extra small and making it skin tight on me because I'm going to look like an idiot. Right? I go and buy a medium or I buy a large and it just looks normal and I'm sweet. That's the only thing that turned me off that jersey. Anyway.
Who was your 3 points in that one, mate?
My 3-pointer went to. I went a little bit different. I went Viliami Kikau.
Okay. I went Matt Burton.
Matt Burton did get my 2 points. Obviously, again, 3 tries. But Viliami Kikau for me just did so much in that first half that allowed, like, gave them the head start. He was in everything. He was breaking the line down that left edge. He he was setting people up. He was on fire, and then he did enough in the second half to cement the 3 points for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Mate, then moving on.
We can probably skip the second game on Friday if you want, if we don't have time.
That's right, mate. We'll skip it in. we'll put it in, sorry, with the Newcastle Knights winning 30-10. I thought, and I'm glad because I was going to say something when the Dragons were winning actually in our little inbox going, oh, wow, the Dragons have actually turned up like I did on the Cowboys Dragons game.
You know what? I
And
was going
then,
to say the same thing, but I thought to keep my mouth shut.
well, we didn't have to say anything because the same thing happened.
Man.
Unfortunately, 30-10. Yeah, it was pretty much the Caleb Bonner show in the second half.
It was
And that
also,
is,
yeah, go.
sorry, back-to-back weeks, Jackson Hastings' first try scorer. Scored
Is it
first in
really?
that game and first tonight. So there you go.
Maybe something to look at for next week. That was also another just pus game. It was too wet. And
Oh, it was torrential.
you know what? I think Inari Tuwala, Daniel Saifidi, and the Dylan Lucas try actually end the Kalimpong try. Those last 4 tries for the Knights, they all came from, and I will give credit to Jackson Hastings. I reckon he set up a couple of them, and who was their other half? Cogger. No, it was Cogger actually that did most of the kicking there. Yeah, Sissy had 2 and Jackson Hastings had 1. They put in the little grubber in behind the line when they were on the Dragons try line, and the ball just bounce, stop in the wet. And I don't know why Zach Lomax and Tyrell Sloan did not anticipate that ball was going to stop in the wet, and they let it stop, and Newcastle just strolled through, picked it up, put it down. Credit to Jack Cogger because he did it twice. That was just really smart play, kicking it in, knowing the ball's just going to pull up real quick, and that the attacking team was going to be on the front foot, rather than the fence.
Definitely.
So yeah, look, I didn't give any. Oh no, I did give Lomax a point. I gave Cogger my 3.
See, funnily enough, mate, I went 2 Dragons in my point system.
You're an
But
idiot.
I gave 3 points to Kalen Ponga. 2 to Lomax, mate. You'd be nowhere with that Lomax this year, even though he's fucking off at the end of the season. And then Ben Hunt. I think they're only two good players.
I did toss up between Ben Hunt and Zach Lomax for some points because they were about the only 2 that had a crack, and they obviously were the 2 that scored a try. But no, Cogger was good. Again, his kicking game for me just got him over the line. Anyway,
Fair
move
enough,
on.
mate.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
We'll move on to probably the worst team in the comp, actually.
Shout out to our young listener that's been messaging us back and forth, Daniel, about the Rabbitohs. Oh, they suck, buddy. They suck.
Rabbitohs losing 34-4 against the Warriors. It started off good for the Rabbitohs, winning 4-0 after 6 minutes, and then
and that lasted for another 3.
All bad game. Latrell, lucky not to get a sin bin for the elbow, but then got picked up for the match review committee. Got 3 weeks. Sean Johnson stepped up massively for the Warriors this time as well. He had an absolute beauty. 2 of us check on the wing, getting the try. T. Marie Martin getting a try as well. But yeah, I think there's not too much to talk about this game because it was pretty one-side traffic.
I reckon what you want to look at is how many tries has Jackson Ford scored this year? He might be up to his 3rd.
In the last 4 games. I think he's done it 4 consecutive games.
Mate, I'm going to check that while you keep talking because he's going good.
But and this is where I thought, you know what, instead of talking about the game because there's not too much to talk about, it's more talk about on the South's management or coaching. Obviously, and I think it was pretty poor form from the Rabbitohs yesterday and today, saying 3 tries. They already want Mal Meninga as an interim coach because they reckon. So at the start of the week,
has that come from Souths or is that whispers?
Well,
you never know.
It's hard to know, but the sort of start of the week that he had to win this week against the Sharks, that we'll get into later, that he had to win to save his job. But now they reckon he can
They're
even
just
win
going to
this
do
week
it.
and he'll still leave his job.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
I can't imagine he's got long left. I think the media from bloody who was it, the Panthers winger that did the interview with James Graham.
Josh Mansell.
Josh Mansell, far out, had a brain fart, right? I think the media from that, I think Sam Burgess not being at the club anymore.
Yep.
Now that this torrential slide that they've gone on down the leaderboard, you've got Latrell that looked fit in week one, now looks disinterested. You've had this. We'll get to this week, but this huge shake-up of the team. Damien Cook coming out going, well, I am angry and I am frustrated that I've been dropped. Obviously I'm going to do everything. I want to be out there and I'll do everything else to get back on the field. But yes, it does piss me off, sort of thing. I just think Demetrio, it would be very hard to have confidence in him at the moment.
But I think it goes both ways. I think he's been bad, but the players have been bad as well. I think.
Yeah, that's That's 100% right.
He's stuck with him for too long. I feel, I'll go back to it. I think Latrell, Cody Walker, and Dane Cook can probably let him down from halfway through the last season to this season. I think.
I reckon maybe not Damien Cook, but yeah, sure.
And his playing performance, I think, yeah, I think he has had a bit of a slide off the last 18 months. But I think obviously Demetrio's coaching style isn't for everyone.
How long's Latrell Mitchell contracted to the club?
I think he's got a couple of years. Well, supposedly he wants to quit. Supposedly he wants to retire. But
Mate, honestly, to the end of 27 potentially. I'd be putting it to him. I'd be saying, mate, you got to meet some targets. I need to see a few things from you. Otherwise, I'd find another club.
Well, not even that. They reckon he sort of told people that he's sick of football, and some people said to him, he said, mate, if you want to retire, just retire. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe the game anything.
That is true.
And it's absolutely fair enough. If you don't like the way the game's going, just retire. Go to your farm.
Because he's just going to keep copying it and copying
100%.
it and copying it. And people like me and you are going to keep talking about him week in and week out, going, what the hell is this bloke doing? And then it's going to be in the media and people are going to be asking him, what are you doing? You're this, you're that. Gus Gould's going to be talking about him on 100% footy and you know what? Maybe you do need to put your hand up and just go, I don't want to be here. And let some other bloke play fullback and let someone else come through and,
And I said during the week, I said, if he didn't do anything wrong and he just stuck to his footy, everyone would love him. Everyone hates him because he does the shit that everyone hates.
Yeah, if he was the bloke that was doing extras every week, if he was out there going, oh, look, I stuffed up there. I shouldn't have put my elbow up. Like, sorry, guys, whatever. If he didn't stick his nose into every other issue that pops up and, yeah, you're right.
100%.
Anyway, Souths, shambles. See you, JD.
Who'd you give the 3 points to, mate?
I gave it to Sean Johnson.
Yep, I'm the same.
Yep.
Mate, moving on to the second Saturday game.
Big upset.
The big upset, yes. Manly winning 32-18 against the Panthers of no Cleary. Cherry Evans, record-breaking game for the most capped Manly Seagulls now. It's not too much to talk about really because I didn't think it was a good game, but pretty much Tom Trbojevic, Cherry Evans ran the show. Dylan Edwards kept Penrith in.
Yeah,
pretty much. He's
pretty good, solid game. Panthers just, I thought I was sort of watching this one on and off. I was catching little pockets of the footy. Penrith just couldn't quite string it together to get over the line. They didn't look terrible to me.
Yeah.
Again, watching the little pockets of it here and there in between the kids and whatever, they didn't look terrible. But it was just that, as you said, Tommy Turbo, Daly Cherry Evans, when they had the ball in hand, they looked, they looked attacking. They looked like they were ready to score. And, it was, 5 tries to 3, simply because they just chipped away and they did their thing. They didn't stress out. They weren't worried about taking on the reigning premiers. It wasn't an issue. They were just going out there to get the job done. So, and look, they did. They did.
Fair enough. And then, I actually gave my 3 points to Dylan Edwards, actually.
In lose, you know what? He got 1 from me, but I went DCE. I think he really stood up in game 310.
Fair enough. Mate, then moving on to the last game of the Super Saturday. The Dolphins winning 26-16, stopping the Tigers' magical run of 2 games in a row, or 3 games in a row. No, 2, sorry. 2 games. I think this was a bit of a boring game, if I said. I only watched half of it.
Yeah, I was about the same.
But, yeah, sure.
Isaiah Katoa looks pretty good. He's starting to find his feet. Look, he was in the media a little bit, but I did take notice that he's starting to look a little bit more comfortable after not playing round 1. The Hammer, mate, he's turning into a real rugby league player. Hamaso Tabuai-Fidow, he is actually turning into a rugby league player. But yeah, look, only watching about half of it myself as well. I was with you. I gave my 3 to the Hammer.
Yeah. I gave mine. I gave mine to the Hammer. So he will be still at the top of the leaderboard.
He'll be leading. Mate, I tell you what, I think he's going okay in the official Dally M's too, to be honest.
I actually gave Isaiah Katoa 2 points.
Yeah. Mate, he's going good. He's starting to develop as a half, yeah.
I think last year, or 2 years, no. Yeah, sorry, last year was their first year.
Yep.
A bit of a development year, and then this year, give him faith. And then obviously I gave 1 point to the young Tigers for Tapey.
Yeah, Fatapi, whatever, yeah.
But
2 tries, he deserves that.
Exactly right. Mate, and moving on to the first game on Sunday, North Queensland Cowboys winning 35-22 against the Gold Coast Titans. That game's only close because Titans got 3 tries when the Cowboys had a sin bin.
Yeah.
Other than that, it would have been a 35-4 or probably a 50-4 scoreline.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing. They leaked a couple of points there when they were down on numbers, but mate, they didn't look worried. They didn't stress out. If that second half is 4 tries to 3, so yeah, maybe they lost the second half, but like you said, they were down a player at one stage. They scored 3 tries in the first half. They looked pretty good. I was pretty impressed. Scotty Drinkwater, bit of a bounce back from when I bagged him out the other week for dropping every goal.
144 points last week. That would have pretty much. That was one of my takeaways. Takeaways from Scotty Drinkwater was pretty much he set up everything, got tries.
Yeah,
and then also I felt he's now the leading Cowboys try scorer, overtaking Matty Bowen.
Is he? There you go. Cole Felt's been around for a little while. Titans look like they're in a bit of trouble. They're missing some key players, and they look
Dave
like
Fafita's first game back, and he looked good.
Yeah,
but Kieran Foran's injured again. I reckon he's going to just. I don't know. I think it's going to be a long year for Desi. And
look, Desi's probably the bloke that can power through and can get it done. He's probably got to do some further
Well,
recruitment. But yeah,
I think it's time to give up AJ Brimson in the centre. I think you got to put him at fullback or 5'8". He's got to have the hands on
I
the
like
ball.
him. I like him in the halves, man. I'd be putting him in the halves.
Yeah, I think if Kieran Foran is going to be out, him or Boyd's got a shift. I'd probably get rid of Boyd. I'd probably put Foran as 7 and let Brimson go to 6, and then leave Campbell at fullback.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Or do it the other way, or put Campbell in the 6 and Brimson the fullback, whatever way. But
I don't know Campbell well enough to say that he could play in the
I think
halves,
he'll
but
probably get steamrolled a bit more in the 6 than Brimson. But I think that's one thing that needs to change. I know they're missing Tino, but he's out for the rest of the year, so there's no point trying.
So don't worry about him. Yeah, absolutely, don't worry about him. Leave him. He's done. Yeah, I think they're going to move AJ. Yeah,
100%.
Last game.
Well, who do you have your 3 points in that one? Sorry.
Drinky. Yep.
Yeah, easy. Actually, in that game, thank God it was the first week that Bo Fermor repaid my faith in Supercoach. He had one final week. If he didn't score good, he was gone, and he got me 80 points.
So he scored a try, didn't he? What did he get? 80.
80. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm
sure he'll be very glad that he gets to stay in Sharknado or whatever your friggin' name is.
Sharknado. Yeah, Sharknado. Then, mate, probably the biggest surprise of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I think with the Canberra Raiders winning 41-8 against the Parramatta Eels down in Canberra.
I think we tipped the Raiders, though.
Stupid me. Fucking left it on Parramatta.
No, I did. I tipped the Raiders.
I thought I was cheering the Raiders going.
You said the Raiders on the pod. You did a Joel. You said one team and actually tipped the other. Sucked in.
I didn't. I lost 4 spots with that one tip in our tipping comp.
That's not good. You'll get them back, mate.
I was headless. Mate, the funny thing is the Parramatta Eels only scored 8 points, and both tries came from Micah Sebo, but it wasn't enough to save his job.
He gets dropped this week. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
and you know what? I think, and Brad Arthur, the bastard, he put Blake Tagalongi in the 6. He's a fullback or a centre, puts him in there for 1 week, and then drops him out completely.
Yeah, look, I did say that he did come out and go, look, it's going to be hard for what's his name, Blaze or something, Blaze.
Yeah,
he goes, look, it's hard for him. He said, but he's only a young bloke. He's got plenty of first grade left in him. I just don't think that's the right position for him, and so, he's probably more of a fullback or a centre rather than a half. But for whatever reason, they played him at half. But Brad Arthur did come out and say, look, he's going to play more NRL this year. Half just wasn't the right position for him. So
we'll put him in the centres.
I think he wore it. Hey,
we'll put him in the centres this week then. Give him a week in the centres.
Yeah, well, he's put Simons in there, hasn't he?
I
don't know. Anyway, Eels sucked. Raiders went well. That's about it.
He brought Harper back in. Put Simpson to the wing.
Put Lomax there. Oh, that's right. Simonson replaced Sebo. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, not much on there. I had Tomoko for my 3 points.
Yep, same.
Yep, it was good. Big Sharkies had the bye.
That's it.
Good on
them. Well, do you want to take away to your?
I've got a who am I?
Beautiful. Right.
Current rugby league player. All right.
Okay.
I don't know how much to give you here. Okay. I'm just going to sort of feed you little bits and pieces. Has played for 2 NRL clubs. Not going to tell you which ones yet. Has also played for New South Wales and Australia.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot to go off. 2 clubs in New South Wales and Australia. Okay.
older brother has played 2 games for the South Sydney Rabbitohs in 2011.
Who the fuck played for South in 2011?
Has won, only played 2 games. It's just a fun little fact. Has played, these are hard. This is a hard one until I give you easy bits. Has won Player of the Year at, hang on. Where's me stat here?
Played for 2 clubs. New South Wales and Australia's brothers played 2 games for South Sydney. Jesus Christ. I'm going to need some.
Captains their team in 2019 to a grand final loss against the Brisbane Broncos. Won the Dally M Player of the Year in 2016.
You've tripped me up on the New South Wales one. I know who it is.
Who is it?
Who am I? Jonathan Thurston.
Pop-out, not even close.
He played for New South Wales when he was a kid. That's what I thought you tripped me up,
played junior rugby league with Dale Finucane. At age 12, was forced to stop playing due to age restrictions that were in place. The 2 clubs they've played for is the St. George Dragons from 2018 to 22 and currently contracted to the West Tigers at the moment. Born in Bega in 1991.
He played for 2. What?
What else can I give you?
He was that losing captain.
I've never said he. I've never said he.
Well, you got a girl.
Yeah, but you'd know her.
Fuck me.
She was born in Bega, played her junior rugby league with Dale Finucane. She has an older brother that's played 2 games for South Sydney. What did I say? In 2018, she debuted for St. George Dragons in the NRLW. She's now playing at the Tigers. But she's played for New South Wales from 2014 to 2020. And she's played for Australia from 2014 right up until 2022. I think even actually last year. That's a little bit wrong.
And she's playing this year. Hezzy
Apps. There you go. It was only going to be one of the easiest ones that you would be able to get.
Mate, that is. I was like, when you said the chick, I'm like, how am I meant to get this? Jesus Christ, I
thought the Dale Finucane stat might get it for you with Kezi. I knew that one.
I didn't know she was from Bega.
Oh, you didn't? There you go. I did. But I'm a Dragons man, so I knew a little bit. There you go. I just thought I'd throw a dodgy one at you. Because I emailed Kezi the other week trying to get her to come to the bloody fun day, the youth week day tomorrow, but she brushed me. Anyway.
She didn't reply to you?
No, her mate did. Sarah did, but that's all right. But they don't want to come. Too busy.
Fair enough.
Too busy getting ready for the Dragons to beat the men's side on Sunday. That's all right.
Very nice.
All right, let's look at this week. This is a long episode. This is all right. It's good. Good Masters chat. Thursday night game at time of recording, 60-something minutes in. Roosters leading 16-14. Come on, the Knights. You need it. I've tipped the Knights. Who have you tipped?
I tipped the Knights as well.
The Knights. All right, come on, Knights. Tomorrow's game is the 6 o'clock game is Storm Dogs. Storm heavy favourites up against the Doggies. The team lists look pretty standard. Obviously, Blake Taff is out. Kurt Mann is out with a little injury from last week's shocker. So Stephen Crichton moves to fullback. But yeah, look, I think I think Storm comfortably. I don't think the doggies. Yeah, doggies probably can't get that one done.
Too many injuries.
Hey,
Too many injuries from the
too many
dogs.
injuries. Yeah, yeah. I think they were. I think they went well last week because they had their 17 sorted. Everyone had
Yeah.
their job. Everyone had their role. It's a couple of little changes this week might throw it off. The Battle of
Mate,
Brisbane. Oh, yeah, go.
live update. Roosters 20-14. So
Thought you were going to give me a Knights. We've
no,
got 20, 15 to go.
15 to go.
Okay.
15 to go.
All right. Come on, the Knights. Battle of Brisbane, 8 o'clock on Friday. Broncos v Dolphins. Broncos favourites here. Looks pretty 1-17. Adam Reynolds is out, obviously, for the Bronx. There's a little bit of a change. Oh, no.
Yeah,
No. The Dolphins look all right.
Flegler out for the Dolphins.
Flegler. That's who I'm trying to find. Flegler is out. Anthony Milford comes onto the bench for the Dolphins. Righto. And the Broncos are going to run with Tristan Saylor on the bench. That's interesting. Tristan Saylor and Tyson Smoothie.
Smoothie might play a bit of a lock roll then.
Carrigan doesn't often go off though. He usually plays 80 minutes.
He could move to 8 or 10 though.
Yeah, true. He might go into the front for a little spell.
Brisbane for me, mate.
Brisbane with Ezra Mam and Jock Madden in the halves. Yeah, look, Brisbane, I think comfortable. First Saturday game, Warriors Seagulls over at Go Media Stadium in Auckland. The team lists look. I've got a couple of ins for the Warriors. DWZ is back.
Yes.
What else have we got? That's about it, really.
I think that's the only one.
Yeah, and then Seagulls look pretty much 1-17.
No
That's
Garrick.
it.
No Garrick. Ben
Ben Trebojevic goes into the
Trebojevic.
centers.
Yeah.
He's been going good at second row. I don't know about this one, mate.
Warriors me because it's in New Zealand. That's the only thing I can say. I think it's just.
I think I've tipped the Warriors, but this could be the one that I switch and maybe go the Seagulls. I don't like the Seagulls. I didn't like them at the start of the year, but they're going good. I can't ignore them.
They're just up and down, but the Warriors are up and down as well, though. So
I think maybe Warriors in a tight one. It shouldn't be like last week, 34-4. It should be a lot. It should be tighter. You know what? The Seagulls coming off their win against the Panthers, though. That's a good. Don't know. I'll leave it at Warriors for the moment, but it could change. Second game on Saturday, 5:30 game at CommBank. You've got the Eels v Cowboys. Historically, they've played 45 matches against each other. Both teams have won 22 each, and there's been one draw. How's that for a stat?
Mate, I'll happily take the Cowboys at $1.60.
Yeah.
Easy, mate.
Yeah.
Looking after last week.
That was shocking.
Easy money.
And we said there's a couple of changes. Obviously, they've dropped Sivo. Dejan Arce comes into the 6.
Cartwright's back.
Cartwright's back. Does that really do much for you? No, I like the Cowboys there. I like the Cowboys.
100%.
Easy. Your Sharkies, mate. The 7:35 game at a core.
Not confident.
$1.32. Not confident?
Yeah, no, I can absolutely see the Rabbits winning this game.
No, I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough experience here in this Rabbitohs team. I think it takes them 1 or 2 weeks before. Although your Sharkies can lose against a shit side.
That's what I mean. I feel like coming off the bye, I can just see us losing. South coming in with nothing to lose, throw the ball around, and we just don't come out of the blocks. I'm going to
Jai
tip my
Gray
Sharkies.
and yeah,
I'm going to tip them, but
not
it
confident.
wouldn't surprise me if I see South get a win.
You know what? Sharks will either win by 20
Or lose by 20.
or maybe not lose by 20, but they'll get easily beaten.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tip the Sharks and hope they win by 20 for you.
Hope so.
4 o'clock game Sunday out at Campbelltown. I'm going to go. I'm actually going to buy tickets straight after this. I'm going to go out there with Uncle Brian, and Lee's going to bring the kids.
You're going to get general admission tickets?
No, I'm thinking about going to go sit in the stands.
Okay.
Why are you going to come?
Don't
You
know.
want to sit on the hill? You want to sit on the hill?
Well, I don't want to because I'm a maybe because I don't want to. So that's why I was like, I don't want to. Yeah.
I was thinking about sitting in the stands. I don't want the sun in my face, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough. All good. That's why I was like, oh.
Well, no one. I messaged all the boys the other day. I thought BJ'd want to go. Anyway, Kyle's busy. Kyle's got a thing. But you're allowed to tip the Tigers. It's all right.
I don't want the Tigers to win.
You don't want the Dragons to win.
I don't want the Dragons to win.
Maybe it could go a draw. This would be the game. If the game of every round, this could be the game that ends up in the draw. 0-0 draw. 2-2, 2 penalties.
Give me the Dragons.
Yes.
Give me the
Come
Dragons.
on, H. Come on, H. I've tipped the Dragons. I think I'm going to be honest here. You know, I'm very honest. I'll tip against my team if I have to. I think they can probably just get it done.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And how did that work out for you?
It didn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go. The tickets are like $50 though to sit in the stands, which is why I'm also thinking maybe I do sit on the hill. Might be better for the kids just to run around. Maybe I go the hill. $50 to sit in the stands, or 60 if you go like the closer to the 50-meter line. I'm like,
and
I don't really want to.
I'm like, sorry, but
well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't really. I tell you what, that all the seats would like there wasn't many seats left when I was looking last night.
Well,
maybe I'll sit on the hill.
15.
Must be about 15. Yeah, it couldn't be much more.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I'll have a look tonight, see what's available. And then look, I'll tell you what, maybe it's the week to use your joker, unless you're losing the first game of the week. Raiders Titans in the final game for the weekend. Raiders at $1.35, Titans at $3.20. $1.35 seems nice.
I'm going to say I'm surprised they're not $1.20.
Well, when you look at the fact that the Sharks are $1.30, when you look at like the Broncos are $1.30, the Storm are $1.12, as if the Raiders can't pump the Titans in Canberra again. They got 2 home games in a row.
Yeah, this is what I mean. I'm crazy. I'm actually gonna just put a multi together. I reckon that would be. I want to see how much it would be. But mate,
They do have Jordan Rapana and Corey Horsburgh out, but I don't think that makes too much difference.
Doesn't make too much difference to me, no. Yeah, I don't find I don't know. Titans aren't a shot for me.
No.
I just after last week, I don't really see them.
I'm not giving them any chance.
Doing them much. Mate, my multi, I'm going to go Melbourne minus 5.5.
Mhm.
I know that's not too much. It was only $1.25. Then Cowboys minus 3.5 against the Parramatta Eels, and then the Canberra Raiders minus 3.5 against the Titans, and that's $3.50. I think that's pretty good money. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
pretty gettable. I feel like if the Cowboys are going to win, they're going to win. I don't think they're going to scrape out a 2-point win.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Raiders are going to scrape out a 2-point win against the
No.
Titans either.
You could almost give the Raiders a bit more. I reckon you could give them 6.
Oh, but
You
the
get
Sharks are
scared
getting
with the
close.
Raiders.
Don't know,
Yeah.
because I can see him fucking confident and then gone. But
Yeah,
that's all right.
Gamble responsibly if you're having a bet.
100%.
Yeah, look, I think the Raiders pretty comfortably. And then the Panthers have got the bye. Probably good for the Panthers with Cleary's injury as well. Gives them that extra week under their belt to get him fit and to have no dramas. So free 2 points. Anyway, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I think that's about it, mate. I don't want to talk
That's it.
about the update of the super coach or the tipping because I just keep going down. So can we do that next week?
Easy. No worries.
Although I'll
That's
probably go
right.
down on the super coach again anyway because I'm freaking playing 2 Chooks players that I'm freaking playing.
That's all right.
Anyway,
Masters wrap up complete. There we
Master starts very soon. So I'm going to go and watch the back end of the footy and do that. All right, Battlers, enjoy your Masters weekend. We'll keep updated and we'll keep plugging away. And we'll talk to you next week.
go. See you next week.